everyone, it's Leo and it's time to talk about episode 13 from Tropical-Rouge, which was again another delight. This was a very funny episode. We had epic moments again with Laura. Girl, I just can't. We've been waiting for a Mermaid season for so long. At least I've been. I know lots of other fans of Precure have been waiting for this Mermaid season, and we've been getting a great one with Tropical-Rouge. So this episode starts with mermaids. They are still talking about mermaids in school. They're talking about mermaid lore all over the world. And it's interesting that the girls are listening to it and they are actually having a conversation with an actual mermaid. And Laura gets all angry. She gets out of the pot and she's like, this is absurd. Look at what they're talking. Look at what they're saying about us mermaids. That was very funny. I loved that scene. But they started talking about Laura singing. And Laura says she loves singing and they sing a lot in Grand Ocean. She sang a lot when she was a kid, and we see a scene of Laura and the other mermaids. I tried to pay attention to that scene to see if all of the mermaids have hearts in their eyes, because we know that characters in Tropical-Rouge that have hearts in their eyes become cures, but we haven't seen the mermaids yet. We've seen the Queen of Grand Ocean. She has hearts in her eyes, and we also see Laura, who also has hearts in her eyes. What about the other mermaids? Do they have hearts in their eyes too? I tried paying attention. It seems they don't, but I couldn't really see clearly, and I haven't taken a picture or anything to look deeply. If you have, leave a comment. We can talk more about that in the comment box. So then we get to the broadcasting club. We see all the situation with Manatsu. Manatsu gets very happy and she wants to participate. So the Tropical Club will participate. And then the girls go to Pretty Holic and they start talking and scrambling about what each girl will do. That scene was everything. And this is something I say basically every single video. Every girl in Tropical-Rouge gets her chance to shine. No character is shafted. Every character receives love from the narrative. They all have their moment and they are all able to flourish in front of our eyes. And I feel like no matter which character is your favorite, you're gonna have a moment in the episode, you know, to bask on their glory. And this episode was no different, with all of the girls having their chance to shine. And it was very funny in that scene. Manatsu was talking and very excited about being part of the broadcasting. Minori was like, I'm not gonna participate. Girl, I'm gonna stay in the back. I can help in the back, but no participating from me. That was great. I mean, it's part of her personality and I love her for it. I love her so much for it. And Manatsu choosing for Asuka, that was very funny. And Manatsu saying that Sango could do makeup and Sango got, you know, very happy because of it. But then Manatsu saying like, you're gonna be very popular, people are gonna love you. And Laura jumped out of the pot. That's my role. That is me. I'm gonna do it. Girl, Laura just thinks about the glory and she is totally correct. We just exist to praise Laura. She is the queen. She is everything. And this episode proved it. So we have a scene explaining how the broadcasting works. We see the girl who's not feeling very well because she ate a lot of parfait. We see the opening song playing as well. I think we also had the ending song playing too. And so the girls have to jump in and the Tropical Club has to jump in, and it was a mess. Very funny scene, I think. It was super funny to watch, you know, Sango getting like super crazy because of the bug. Manatsu trying to fill the holes and, you know, improvising. That is so Manatsu. And immediately just watching everything like, just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Girl, that scene was everything. But you know, the queen has to jump in to save the day. And that's what Laura did. She created a skirt for herself. Pure Mermaid, is that you in a pink version? So she quickly went in and she was the special participation. And so she started getting everything in order. And girl was able to actually do it. I think that scene was very interesting for a couple of reasons. I think that the fact that Laura wants to be the queen for the glory and everything else and for the title is fit, but it's not only that. It just shows that Laura, she can really organize things. You know, things are pretty much correct when Laura is in charge. She knows how to do it. That it's part of her personality, being the one who will give orders to people. And we even had a very funny scene of them talking about tropical melon pun, and then like, what are you gonna do to get one, because they sell out very easily. And she's like, Manatsu, go get one for me. You know, the errand girl. I love that scene. Tropical-Rouge, I love you. And Minorin staying out of the broadcasting was also so in character. See what I'm talking about? It's so, like, everything in Tropical-Rouge concerning the characters is so great. And we had, you know, they were always, like, jumbling and throwing the answers to Asuka. And Asuka was always like, Gambaro, Gambaro, and Laura, girl. Oh, I really saw myself in Manatsu in one of the scenes. I am learning Japanese right now, and I'm having a very hard time with kanji. Kanji is super hard. So when Manatsu was trying to read the song titles and she couldn't read them, girl, I feel you. I totally feel you. So Laura saved the day with her regal ways, but Shongire, my hubby, attacked. He was stealing motivation from people that were trying to get things in a cheaper price, and the girls had to do something to go, and Laura really stepped in, and girl saved the day with her beautiful singing. Look, I am finding one thing about Tropical-Rouge very interesting from those past few episodes. There is this dynamic that the girls have to stay in the fight while Laura is in another situation, and she has to come back so that they can conclude the fight. In this episode, Laura was singing and the girls were fighting. And look, I think that the Tropical-Rouge fights a little prior to this dynamic were a little more creative. They had something more going on for them. Right now, I feel like the girls are just standing there and not doing anything. They were more creative before in the fights, you know, the way they created the whole choreography of the fighting scenes. We had one episode with the girls using rope, and the other episodes the girls using sand, and now they're just there. At least in this episode, we had Sango using her blocking ability to reflect the ability to the Zenzen Yaraneda. That was pretty interesting, that was cool. And, you know, Laura just came very fast. She stole the motivation and everything was fine. Shongire was sad. I was sad too. But anyways, everything was fine because of the Precures and obviously because of Laura. But what I want to say is that Laura's song was superb. It was super beautiful, amazing. Rina Hidaka, who's doing Laura's voice, she is doing a stellar job. I loved it, and it was really incredible. It was incredible. And one thing that I found it interesting, this is probably Laura's character song. We don't know, I don't know, but it's probably Laura's character song. The lyrics were pretty, her voice was pretty, and it was interesting that we had a song, an a cappella song. You know, we didn't have an instrumental background playing while she was singing. It was just her voice. Very pretty, very fitting for a mermaid as well. And I thought that it was a charm, because if it ends up being her character song, we're gonna have the a cappella version from the episode, and we're also gonna have the full version of the song, the regular version of the song, which I think just makes it even richer. You know, I really love it. And it's interesting and it's funny because the girls wanted to listen to Laura sing and they couldn't. They had to go fight. Everybody was talking about it, everybody loved it, but the girls couldn't listen to it, and then they were like, please Laura, sing, we want to listen to Laura sing. And she was like, I'll think about it. That is so Laura. I love it so much. Laura, I love you. I just can't. This episode just goes to show how much Tropical-Rouge is bringing in terms of everything. You know, this episode had a little bit of everything, and it just didn't have drama because it didn't really match the tone of the episode. It was very, very good. I really loved it. Laura, girl, you have my heart. And after listening to your voice, you have my soul, as Manatsu was afraid at the start. Now my soul is yours, Laura. Anyways, loved this episode. Girl, everything. And now it feels like Laura's getting more confident getting around people. She's not as afraid. I mean, she was never really afraid, but she is getting more confident, and she's noticing that she can trick other people into believing she is a human being, not really a mermaid. So she is really playing around with that. Laura, I love you. Tropical-Rouge Precure, I love you. And that was my view on episode 13. Please leave a comment with yours. Let's keep talking. And I want to take this time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you are a member, thank you very, very much for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. And if you've watched up on the channel, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye-bye.